to basically counter any deceiving theology, any master of any form of ancient text, or a pastor, priests, entire congregations where they're basing scripture and faith on their lives. All you gotta stay is within the reasoning and common sense of what is truly selfless for all people. And you will dominate any conversation. You will determine whether they're applying manipulation or deceit, towards you through trying to complicate things, to just basically identify if it's completely, purely selfless. Why is that so important? Because the truest nature of any of their gods, of any of their saviors or people they tend to worship or anything like that, must undeniably be ultimately selfless. If there's a form of, they want the spoils of war, if you didn't clear away the land, they could take it from you, as in, prepare it, plow it for modern society. All these missionary type excuses and wicked, deceitful objectives that they justify through their scriptures. Why do you think they went ahead and raped and pillaged and conquered all these people? And in return, after a long period of time of torture and oppression, they conditioned the people to finally say, you know what, hey, we're going to give you this book, but we're not going to rejuvenate your people. We're not going to, nourish your ancestral selfless teachings. We're not going to do any of those things. We're not even going to give you the land and resources back that we stole, but we're going to give you this book because you're now under our guidance, our direction. We are the mediators of your life, the viceroys of your life. Now, is that selfless? No, that's very greed-filled, selfish, and very, very deceiving and corrupt at all levels. So is their God that they're applying, they're looking to in their life, is that of genuine purity? No. It's of a man that's trying to use excuses of once was a holy, selfless, pure word and turned it into their political damnation of all kinds of people for their own personal gain. So anytime when you come against anyone, all you gotta do is use the common sense and identify with the fact that what they're saying in their action is it truly selfless for all people. Why is selfless powerful? Because selfless allows everyone to gain, not lose. There's no particular group that is favored or honored or rewarded, awarded, or materially gain or spiritually gain or any form of resources that are allocated to a particular group in the overall end conclusion of their ultimate tasks. They could go ahead and try to deceive the whole situation, manipulate the whole entire process from beginning to end. Then you look at it like, wow, how is it that they plan their missionary, they plan their entity, they plan their congregation to eventually rule all forms of thinking, and there is no, what's it called? Not even an option to criticize, to assemble, to debate against any other form of thinking. You know what I mean? So obviously that's a cult type, dictator, fascist type atmosphere, that they successfully created through oppression and extreme corruption and conditioning of torture and enslavement of years and years to finally give you a book that they believe they went ahead and said, you know what, this is the righteous route. Well, you took the most wickedest, evil participation based on your acts to accomplish this wicked route that you claim to be so righteous, but it's not. Selfless, therefore it's of the devil, of wickedness, and of everything that is against your original scriptures when they refer to anything regarding holy, divine, or completely selfless and pure. Get it? Got it? Worship nobody, not even myself. Hogging that. Thou, more now.